Siobhan was doing the class, so she wasn't letting anyone in called Katie, which is my name. So yeah, I'll start now. Nice to see you all. I hope everybody's safe and well. It's Alex's birthday, hence why I'm covering it tonight. I hope you all enjoy. I've been told that you do a half-an-hour session, is that right? And it's all on mobility, a bit of strength. Perfect. I love a thumbs up. I've never had so many thumbs up in my life than through Zoom. If you don't mind muting yourselves, just in case anybody makes any noises and the camera goes directly to you, it can sometimes be a little bit embarrassing, but I don't really mind. You do whatever suits you. I'm just going to pin myself so you can all see me. And let's get started. Gallery. There we go. Perfect. So before we start, I just want to double check. Can everybody see my mat? Can you all see me okay? Yeah, perfect. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so we're going to start down on our mats today. We're going to start on our backs. Don't get too excited. We're not starting in Shavasana or a relaxation pose. We're going to bend your legs, come down onto your back. Have your feet a little bit wider than the hips. Take your hands down the side of the body, palms facing down. And all I want you to do is just gently start rocking the knees from left to right. So we're just gently dropping the knees from one side to the other. Getting a bit of movement through the hips and through the lower part of the body. Nice, everybody. Bring the knees back into the center. Bring your feet in line with the hips. So bring the feet a little bit closer together. Make sure your feet are flat. On an inhale, we just start to lift the tailbone up off your mat. So we're gently rocking the pelvis forwards. We're lifting the tailbone up off your mat. And then as you exhale, I want you to reset the lower back down onto your mat. Exhale, draw the navel to spine. And again, inhale. Lift the tailbone, only lifting the lower part of the body. Exhale, place it back down. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Every time you inhale, this time we're going to add a couple more vertebrae. So we're lifting a little bit higher. Squeeze the glutes, tip the pelvis forwards, tailbone going under. Exhale, back down onto your mat. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Keep going a little bit higher each time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Keep the knees in line with the hips. Make sure the knees aren't going out too wide. Exhale, down. Keep squeezing the glutes every time you lift. Inhale, lift. We should be getting to a point where you're a little bit higher now. Exhale, down. Now, if this feels comfortable to do so, we're going to keep going back and forth. What I want you to do this time is as you inhale, start lifting the hips, but start lifting the arms as well. We're going to bring the arms all the way onto the floor above your head, palms facing up as the hips are lifted, squeeze the glutes, and then exhale, come all the way back down, bring the hands down the side of the body, palms facing down. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Nice, everybody. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. Well done, everyone. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Take the knees as wide as you can. Hands on top of your knees. And you're going to rock from left to right. So you're just smoothing your lower back down onto the mat. And I want you to cross the ankles. Start hugging the knees into the chest. So we're releasing that tailbone again. And then I want you to rock 2 or 3 times all the way over into a tabletop position. So once you roll through the spine a couple of times, come all the way over onto your hands and knees. We've got the hands directly underneath the shoulders. The knees are stacked underneath those hips. Now spread your fingers out on your mat. And I want you to just rock back and forth. So try and keep the arms as straight as possible. We're just working into the wrists, working into the forearms before we start with a little bit more of a flow. Now, depending on how you feel here, coming forwards and back, an option is to take those knees a little bit wider. Maybe even take them off to the side of your mat. Keep rocking back and forth, but we're adding a little bit of a child pose into this, making it a little bit of active by moving back and forth. Nice, everyone. And then as you come forwards, bringing the shoulders over your hands, I want you to take the feet wide, tuck the elbows in, and we're going to come all the way down onto your front. Coming back up into tabletop, bring the feet together again and back into child pose. So we're just going all the way back and forth, making it a little bit more fluid. If it doesn't feel comfortable on your lower back, then just stay in tabletop, going back and forth into child pose. Don't worry about coming all the way down to the mat. Try again, make it as fluid as you can. And we'll just do one more round of those and then find yourself back in a tabletop position. Bring the knees in line with those hips, hands directly underneath those shoulders. We're going to take your left leg out behind you, reaching forwards with your right hand, looking down onto your mat. Inhale through the nose as you exhale. Right elbow is going to come towards your left knee. Inhale, reach it forwards. And again, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach it forwards. Last one, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach it forwards. We're going to bend your left leg this time. Take your right hand to the right hand side, up and over towards that left foot. We're looking over your right shoulder. I want you to lift the left leg as high as you can and push your left foot into your right hand. Really nice, everyone. Bring your right hand all the way back down onto your mat. Straighten your left leg out behind you and place the toes at the back of your mat. Walk your hands forward slightly, and I want you to push into that left heel. Now, if you want to work a little bit more on that left hamstring, you can lift up your right knee completely. So we're just really working on getting that left heel down towards the floor. We're up off your right knee, and we're looking back towards your left leg. Now, from here, if you're not lifted up off the right knee, please do so now. And we're going to kick into a three-legged dog with your right leg lifted. So inhale, lifting the right leg. As you exhale, bend your right knee into split dog. Now we're pushing equally through both hands. We're looking towards your left leg. Lift the right knee as high as you can and squeeze your right heel towards your left glute. Maybe have a little go at coming up onto your fingertips of that right hand. Get a little bit more openness through that right hip. Come down onto your right hand, straighten your right leg, inhale through the nose as you exhale. Bring that right knee in towards the chest. Hold the right knee in towards your tummy. Really squeeze the knee into the chest, and we're looking down onto the mat. Your shoulders are over the hands. We're going to place your right foot down in between your hands and drop your left knee down. Untuck your left toes. Walk the right foot forwards. Nice, everyone. So we're down on your left knee. That right foot is forwards. Hands are framing your right foot. Now I want you to just allow the hips to sink down. So depending on how mobile you are, you can either lift up onto your fingertips looking forwards, or if you want to make this a little bit more active, you're going to lift the arms all the way up. So we're using your upper body weight to push down through the central line of the body. Really nice, everyone. Now we're going to take those arms into goal pose. So we're going to bend at the elbow. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. And you can, if you want, look up to the ceiling. If you're looking up to the ceiling, maybe think about flipping the palms. So get a real nice stretch through that left quad, all the way through the front chest and all the way through the shoulders. We're going to face forwards again. Take the arms all the way back up. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, bring them down. Frame your right foot. Tuck your left toes under and lift up off your left knee. Keep your left hand down, and we're going to lift that right hand up to the ceiling, looking up to your right hand. We've got the shoulders stacked. We're down on your right foot, and the right knee is over that right ankle. Well done, everyone. Bring your right hand down onto the inner side of your right foot. Now take your left heel down onto the floor and start taking your left arm up to the right on the inner side of your right foot. Nice, we're bending into the right knee. If this is too much, bring your right elbow up onto your right thigh. That's absolutely fine to do so. Really nice, everyone. Now from here, we're going to try and lift up into warrior two. So push through your right foot and just come up into a standing position. Right arm forwards, left arm back. Really nice, everybody. That right toe is going forward. Inhale through the nose. As you exhale, right elbow towards your right thigh, reaching up overhead with your left arm. Roll your left shoulder back, and we're looking up to the ceiling underneath your left arm. So that right knee is forwards, right foot facing forwards, right leg, warrior two. Lovely. We're going to come back into your warrior two. Straighten your right leg and turn your right foot to the left-hand side. Good, take your hands onto your hips. Stick your bottom out behind you. Inhale, and as you exhale, start folding forwards. So wide leg forwards fold. We're going to take the hands down onto your mat, and we're going to drop the head down. Make sure you're not holding any tension in your neck. So maybe gently shaking the head from left to right. Now from here, we're going to go into your Skandasana. So I want you to bend into your right leg and slowly walk your hands over to the inner side of your right foot. Drop your bottom down behind you as far as you can go. Really nice. We're going to try and come up onto your left heel, lifting the toes of your left foot up to the ceiling. Really good. Both arms on the inner side of that right leg. You can bring the hands together if your right heel is down. If the heel isn't down, please don't worry. Really nice, everyone. Let's walk all the way over to the left-hand side. So pushing down through your right foot, coming down onto that left side, lifting the toes this time on your right foot. Really nice. And if the left heel is down, you can bring the hands together at heart center. Well done, everybody. Take your hands down, and now we're going to frame your left leg. So I'm going to go to the back of my mat. If you feel like you want to turn all the way around, please do so. So I've got my left leg facing forwards. I'm coming down onto my right knee, untucking the toes on my right foot. And I'm going to lift up onto my fingertips again. Just allow the hips to sink down towards the floor. If you want to make this a bit more challenging, let's lift those hands back up, palms facing. We're going to take the arms back into goalposts. So take those elbows wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together, maybe even look up to the ceiling, flip the palms so they face upwards. Well done, everyone. Inhale, facing forwards, take the arms back up. We're going to exhale, bring the hands down, frame your left foot, tuck your right toes under, lifting up off your right knee, and then taking your left hand up to the ceiling. So we're in that twist again, looking up to the left hand, the shoulders are stacked. We're up off your right heel and the left knee is over your left foot. Bring your left hand down onto the inner side of your left foot. Take your right heel down and then swap sides, taking that right arm up to the ceiling. Again, if this is a little too intense, bring your left elbow back onto your left thigh and reach that right hand up to the ceiling. Well done, everyone. Pushing through your left leg. Let's lift all the way back up into warrior two. Left leg leading. Inhale through the nose, keep the bend in the left leg. Exhale, left elbow towards your left thigh, reaching up overhead with your right hand. Roll that right shoulder back. We're looking underneath that right arm up to the ceiling. Very nice, everyone. Back into warrior two. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Frame your left foot. We're going to kick back into a three-legged dog with your left leg lifted. Bend that left knee. Squeeze that left knee as high as you can. Squeeze your left heel towards that right glute. Maybe try and lift up onto your fingertips of that left hand. Nice, everyone. Take your left hand down. Straighten that left leg. Inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, bring that left knee in towards the chest. Move the shoulders over the hands. And again, inhale, take it back out behind you. Exhale, bringing it back in. Inhale, kicking that left leg back out behind you. Exhale, bringing it back in. Well done, everyone. Inhale, kick that left leg back out behind you. Place it down next to your right foot. So we're back in downward facing dog. I want to inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes. And then exhale, sink the heels down. And again, inhale, lifting up onto tiptoes. Exhale, sink the heels down. Inhale, lift up onto tiptoes. This time as you exhale, drop the knees down onto your mat. We're back into our tabletop position. And we're going to take that right leg out behind us, reaching forwards this time with your left hand, looking down onto the mat. Inhale through the nose as you exhale. Right elbow to left knee. I beg your pardon, right knee to left elbow even. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach. Last one, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. We're going to bend your right leg. Take that left hand to the left-hand side. And we're trying to find your right foot over your left shoulder. Nice, everybody. If you've got hold of the foot, we're going to lift it higher and then push the foot into your left hand. We're looking over your left shoulder. Really good, everyone. Bring your left hand back down.
Place your right knee back down and gently rock your hips from left to right. Really nice, everybody. We're going to tuck your toes back under. We're going to make our way back into downward facing dog. Now I want you to take the legs slightly wider. So just step the feet a little bit wider. And I want you to bend into your left knee. So we're encouraging your right heel down, bending into your left leg. And I want you to reach towards the outside of your left leg with your right hand. So I'm reaching backwards towards that left ankle or shin. Now from here, I want you to start to look underneath your left arm up to the ceiling. If you are comfortable-ish, I want you to start to straighten that left leg. So you're in quite an extensive twist, looking underneath that left arm. That right arm is coming to the outside of your left ankle. Bring your right hand back down onto your mat. Let's swap sides. So bend into your right leg this time. Take your left hand towards the outside of your right ankle. We're going to look underneath your right arm up to the ceiling. And then we're going to start to straighten the right leg if it's comfortable to do so. So it's a nice twist through the body, nice and strong through the supporting arm. Bring your left arm back down onto the floor. And I want you to slowly walk your feet in towards the center of your mat. Bend into the knees. And we're going to inhale, come all the way up into a standing position. Take the arms all the way up. Palms are facing. Push the hips forward. Squeeze your bum. Look up to the hands. You can add a slight back bend if you want to, so you can look back if you're comfortable. Keep breathing. Exhale, coming all the way back down into a forward fold. Bend the knees if you need to. Place the fingertips down in front of your feet. We want a distance of about a foot in between your toes and your fingers. We're going to inhale, rock forwards onto your tiptoes, lift the heels. Exhale, rock back onto the heels, try and lift the toes. And again, inhale, rocking forwards. Let's lift those heels. Exhale, rocking back onto the heels, lift the toes. One more time. Inhale, rock forwards, lift the heels. Exhale, rock back onto the heels, lift the toes. Place both feet flat, soften the knees. Drop the head down towards the knees and shins. Well done, everyone. And nice and slowly on an inhale, coming all the way back up into a standing position. Take the arms all the way back up. Well, then exhale down through heart center. I want you to heel toe your feet out a little bit wider than your hips. Turn your toes slightly outwards. We're going to inhale, take the arms all the way up. And we're going to exhale, come all the way down into a yogi squat or malasana. So your yogi squat, malasana, we're aiming to get the heels down. Don't worry if that's not happening. Push the elbows into the inner side of the legs. If this isn't doing anything, take your hands into fists and really push those elbows in. Draw the tailbone down, and I want you to lift up through your chest. Nice. Don't worry if you fall back. That happens all the time. We're going to do a little balance in a minute where everybody will probably fall backwards. Take your hands down behind you. Come down onto your bottom. Bring the feet forwards a little bit and gently rock the knees from left to right. Well done, guys. From here, bring the soles of your feet together. Allow the knees to drop open. Now, before we do this, just make sure there's nothing behind you that you could potentially roll onto, i.e. a glass or a pet or a child. Just be careful because sometimes you do roll back in this. I've got a wall behind me, so you might hear a big crash. Now, I want you to take your hands underneath your feet. So you're going to hold onto your right foot with your right hand, hold onto your left foot with your left hand. Bring the heels closer in towards your body. And I want you to try and lift the feet up off your mat. So we always do butterfly pose where you come forwards into this. We're going to actually do a bit more of an active position. So we're holding the feet up and now push your knees down towards the mat. We're holding the feet, push the knees down towards the mat. Now you can either stay here or you can try and straighten your right leg out to the right hand side. Think about growing nice and tall through the crown of the head. So try not to roll the shoulders forward, grow nice and tall. Really nice. Well done. Try bend that right leg and try and straighten the left leg. Well done, everybody. You've all got legs that are much longer than mine. If it's too hard to hold the foot, hold the ankle. Come all the way back down.
If you want to go for both, go for it. If you're going for both, push the chest forwards, push the legs as wide as you can. Grow nice and tall through the crown of the head. Well done, everyone. Slowly bring those feet all the way back down. That's got to be your class photo. That was fantastic. Bring the legs out in front of you one more time and then gently rock those knees from left to right. Well done, everyone. Really nice. And then from here, take that left leg straight. And I want you to place your right foot on the inner side of your left thigh. Allow that right knee to drop down. Flex your left foot. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. And we're going to exhale, reaching towards your left foot. Try and keep those toes facing towards you. And we're going to just sink down towards that left leg. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Go a little bit deeper into that stretch. Either take your hands around your ankles and pull your body down, or you can take your hands around the feet and just encourage the chest down. Nice, everybody. Slowly coming back up into a seated position. From here, we're going to take your right foot behind you. So we're just going to uncross that right, or put the right foot behind you. Now try and keep your left leg stable. So if your left foot is rolling out to the side, try and readjust this leg. Now from here, you may find that this is already really pulling on that right quad. If it is, just sit where you are, maybe try and lean forwards. If you are comfortable where you are, I want you to think about leaning backwards. So you're going to lean back onto your hands. You should feel a stretch down the right quad, maybe even up into your right hip flex. You can keep coming backwards. So you can come back onto the forearms. You can come all the way back if you want to. Just be aware of wherever you go to, you need to be able to get out of. Nice, everybody. We're going to start to walk this up into a seated position. So coming back up and then bringing that right leg forwards. Let's swap sides. So place that left foot on the inner side of your right thigh. Flex your right foot. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, reaching forwards towards that right foot. Turn the toes to face towards your body. You've got the hands either on your ankles or your feet, elbows out. And encourage that chin down towards your right knee or shin. Well done, everyone. Slowly coming back up into a seated position. Take that left foot now behind you. Again, depending on where you are, you may just want to stay upright. You can fold forwards. If it's more the hamstrings that are tight, fold forwards. If it's your quads, start coming backwards. Again, you can come back onto the forearms if you want to. You can drop all the way back if you've got room. Again, just take it as far as you feel comfortable. Well done, everyone. Wherever you are, start making your way back up into a seated position. Swing that left leg to join the right leg. Flex your feet. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. We're going to exhale. We're going to take the hands behind you. Fingertips facing towards your body, palms facing down. Now point your toes and we're going to lift up into reverse plank. So we're squeezing the glutes nice and strong through the arms. We're looking up to the ceiling. Good. Exhale, coming down onto your bottom. Bend your knees and we're going to lift the feet into your Navasana boat pose. Now you can keep your hands down. That's absolutely fine. If you want to stick with me, we're going to inhale. Looking up to the hands, grow nice and tall through the crown of the head, nice and straight through the spine. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Now I'm going to keep the legs where they are, but I'm going to twist my torso to the left-hand side. Good. Inhale, reaching back up, facing forwards. Exhale, let's take it to the right-hand side. Inhale, facing back up. Now, as you exhale, nice and slowly, start straightening the legs, taking the arms up overhead. You can come all the way down onto your mat. And we're going to hug the knees back in towards the chest. Take them wide, hands on top of your knees, gently rocking from left to right. Really smooth that lower back down into your mat. And then going into your Anada Balasana, happy baby pose. Find a bit of stillness. Lift the feet to the ceiling. Keep the legs as bent as you can. Legs as wide as you can. Now, if you're quite tight in the hips, what I want you to do is take your hands to your ankles and really push your lower back down into the mat. So we don't want to roll back onto your neck. We want to really concentrate on the hips. So take the hands to your ankles rather than the feet.
And then you can gently rock from left to right. Really nice, everybody. If you find this particularly hard, if the hips are tight, this is really uncomfortable, take one leg down to the mat and just work on a one leg at a time, encouraging that knee down towards the back of the arms. Keep that lower back pressed down. And you can, if you are gently rocking from left to right, as long as your lower back is down, you can work on straightening the legs or maybe one leg at a time. Really nice, everyone. Gently bending those legs. We're going to take your left leg down onto the mat. Keep your right knee hugged in, taking both hands around that right knee, just encouraging it in towards the chest. And then we're going to kick your right foot up to the ceiling. I'm going to flex the right foot. Now you can either take both hands around your right thigh. If you're quite tight in the hamstrings and hips, keep the hands by the thigh. If you want to take this a bit further, take your hands up towards your right ankle, elbows out, and you can lift your head and shoulders up off the mat. So if you want to increase this stretch, you can use your upper body weight to pull yourself down. If you're looking and thinking, no love, take another good option is to, if you've got anything like a pair of tights or a wrap, you can put it around your foot and you can just pull it down towards you. If you ever come to classes, when we open our studios, we do these with your yoga belts. If your head and shoulder is lifted, take it down onto the mat, bend into your right leg, take your left hand onto the right knee, right hand out to the side, inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, take that right knee all the way over to that left hand side. And we're going to look out towards your right hand. Keep that right shoulder down. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale through the nose. And again, nice deep breath in and exhale through the nose. On an inhale, bringing that right knee back into the center, giving it one more hug in towards the chest. And then swap sides, bringing that left knee in this time, both hands around that left knee, just encouraging it in towards the chest. And then from here, straightening that left leg up to the ceiling, either taking your hands behind that left thigh, or you can walk the hands up towards your left ankle. You can lift the head and shoulders if you want to add a bit of weight, elbows wide, and just encourage that left leg down towards you. Try and keep your right leg stable. So flex your right foot and try and keep that right leg down on the mat. Try not to roll out to the left-hand side. Well done, everyone. We're going to take the head and shoulders back down, bend back into your left leg, right hand on your left knee, left hand out to the side, inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, taking that left knee now over to the right-hand side. We're keeping the left shoulder down and we're looking out towards your left hand. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale through the nose. And again, nice deep breath in and exhale through the nose. Slowly bringing that left knee back into the center. Bring the right knee in to join it. So both knees are together this time. You can gently rock from left to right if it's comfortable to do so. And then when you're ready, you're just going to roll onto either your left-hand side or your right-hand side into fetus pose. You can make a little pillow if you want to with your lower arm. Just take a moment. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. And when you're ready, you can come up into a seated position, crossing the legs if it's comfortable to do so. If it's not, just take the legs out long in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall, you can close down the eyes if you want to. Take your hands towards your knees. Just allow the elbows to drop down, so relax the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to take the hands into mudras, so forefinger and thumb together, either your palms lifted or the palms facing down. Sitting up nice and tall through the crown of the head. I want you to take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and we're going to exhale through your mouth, and I want you to make it as loud as possible as you exhale. We're going to do 3 lots. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. And again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more, in through the nose, out through the mouth. This time as you inhale, bring the hands together at heart center into prayer. And as you exhale, we're gently going to bow forwards to one another Namaste, everyone.
Well done, guys. I hope that was okay. I'm really sorry. I really struggled to do half an hour. I could have gone on for hours. You did really well, by the way. I was trying to look over. I love, by the way, the legs. Brilliant. When we were doing the leg thing, everyone was hilarious. I saw you, Madison. Legs everywhere. Well done, guys. Feel free. Like I say, my name's Katie. My surname's Wild, W-I-L-D. It's not made up, I promise. You all did amazing. Oh, chats. I love it. Oh, diolch. Thank you so much. Everyone was so lovely. I hope you enjoyed. Like I say, feel free to give any feedback back to either myself or Alex, and hopefully I may get to see you soon in a studio. I hope so. Are you all able to train at the moment? What are you doing? Are you no, nothing. Shit it. Fingers crossed we'll get a bit more information. At least you can still do stuff online, which is awesome. But yeah, stick with it and hopefully you'll get to train soon. Have a lovely evening, everyone.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice to see you all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Lovely to see you.